Christians. In these verses here, you see James talking about the treatment that often the wealthy are given and the famous and the powerful people are given, especially when they come into the synagogues and likewise churches. And we see this all the time, even in our own day. I remember going to a church, and we've seen this many, many times, where you go into a church and they'll have the front rows just in front of the pulpit taped off or blocked off or cut off for special people. And I don't mean needy people. I mean special people who are prominent, important, wealthy, celebrities. And I've seen this many times in Los Angeles, for instance, in churches, these mega churches, whatever, where you find these seats that are allocated for these types of people. This is not the kind of things that should be done in churches, where we're giving special treatment to the wealthy while we put the poor and the unknown and the lesser people in less prominent places in our gatherings. Shouldn't be this way. You see it also in churches where you see parking spaces allocated for specific people that have high positions in the churches. And when to me, it seems like, and I'm not being critical of them, that they can do what they want to do. But I also think that, for instance, parking spaces in front of a church, it's a small thing, but is it really? I mean, if you are allocating private or parking spaces in front of the church, closest to the front doors, for senior or for the high officials in the churches and important people in the churches, but then you have the elderly having to park wherever they can, or parking far away from the front door, or new believers who you kind of want to encourage to come in right away, having them park far away. It seems like such a simple thing, but it speaks to the demeanor and the disposition of the ministry when they take special care to have prominent places, whether they be seats or parking spaces, for people who have a higher degree, who hold a higher degree in estimation amongst the clergy and the membership of the church, or the leadership of the church, instead of accommodating the elderly, the sickly, and the new people who are being newly invited.